has to be on a mind control lockdown, and that's what we're dealing with here. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're dealing with here. A mind control lockdown. Now, let's deal with some things on the hard copy things so you can understand something. First of all, when I went to New York, people wanted to know about the Y2K shit. Everybody's scared about the Y2K. The Y2K. And I told them, look, fuck the Y2K. You shouldn't even be concerned with that bullshit. Oh, no, Bobby, you wrong. Oh, no, you crazy now. So C. Freeman L. broke it. He said, nah, that ain't some shit. This is something to sell some new computers. You know damn well that this man, I knew about this thing in '96. You know damn well if a fucking digital clock go past 1999, you know damn well a computer can too. But the key is they designed it because the key is to sell. You see what I'm saying?
Update on Windows.
Everything, the computer is obsolete when it hits the market.
Sure is.
How many times they done upgraded the computer since 1990?
That's right.
Since 93?
That's right. Windows 95.
Since 96? Window this, window that. Every year it's a damn window they gotta sell. It's a company. So the new thing is the Y2K shit. You see, so they say we're gonna take the Y2K models and we're gonna sell them, but we're gonna put this hysteria out here and make everybody go crazy like the country gonna shut down. Now the key here is, number one is the brother named Minister Ra in Atlanta say, well hell, you know the best place to be if all this shit does go down is America. People are, man, you crazy, I'm getting my passport, I'm going to Africa. Now we can't survive 2 damn days in fucking Africa. Africa is through. First of all, there's 75,000 Africans dying a month with AIDS. You see what I'm saying? My point is, we can't even live with our damn selves. How the hell we gonna live in Africa? You know what I'm saying? The key is, now why did he say that the best place to be, oh they got mad at the nigga for saying that. Why did he say the best place to be was America? Because if the damn head of the evil empire is here, the best place to be is close to the evil empire.
That's the last place they're gonna bomb.
That's the last, they ain't gonna tear their damn self up to get your ass and you were part of the evil empire. You see what I'm saying? That's the infiltration thing. You see what I'm saying? But the key is we don't understand spiritual things. There's a reason why we're in America in the first place.
Tell it.
There's a reason for everything. But our hysteria, so the key is everybody is now, and I looked at this thing and I said, how could this white man come and invent this Y2K thing, and all of a sudden, people just lose their mind.
That's right.
Niggas is shutting down shop. One sister had a conscious place. She went the fuck out of business because of the Y2K thing. And sure enough, C. Freeman L. say they're going to wait till the last minute and they're going to sell this new computer and everybody going to buy it because they scared. And I said, you know you're right. And sure enough, he said that this summer. And I said, you know you're right. I said, I knew it was some fake stuff from the get-go, but you put that finger on it. And sure enough, my girl works at the Atlanta Journal and Constitution newspaper, and they already Y2K. They 2 weeks ago, they went Y2K compatible. They've already come in and fixed all the damn computers for the Y2K thing. So, Atlanta Journal and Constitution, these were some of the first crackers to break down and buy the new computers. And right on the Super Bowl, they said, Y2K is coming, but the Apple computer is already Y2K prone or whatever. That means that they're selling this shit and motherfuckers got to buy it. It's a great old payday for the cracker to get paid. And how do you do that? You tell the motherfucker they need it. You see, but we always look at something, and the thing that get me, which is so sad, we got all of this spiritual stuff coming now. Before we couldn't get nothing but the Bible and some old black ass nigga hollering at us. And now we got all this spiritual shit going down. We got all this spiritual stuff going down, and all of a sudden, somebody talking about Y2K, and we abandoned all our stuff. And he said it, Brother Bassisa said it, and I said it in the lecture in Indianapolis 2 weeks ago. Number two, another thing is we gonna have to all get together, we gonna live on this land. Now come on now, we can't live damn cross town from a damn nigga. You think I'm gonna live in the same room with a bunch of damn niggas? Are you crazy?
A bunch of crazy ones is there.
You see what I'm saying? But it's crazy shit. Now, There's a book called Kundalini for a New Age. And in this particular book, Kundalini for a New Age, the guy said, I can't think of who the guy who wrote the book, but it's called Kundalini for a New Age, and it still should be in print. And the guy said that the actual Indian government got some money, but they're a very poor country, but they got some money to study the Kundalini, you know, in a scientific manner. And they studied it till they ran out of money, because they were a real poor country. But what they had concluded, based on the yogis and based on the other people and based on certain things in Sanskrit that was written down, and it said that there are devices in the body that will come online when the body suspects it is going to be annihilated. So the white boy has to sneak up and kill us while we dead. You know, he sneak up from behind and take your ass in the night. But never announces the day, you understand what I'm saying, of himself coming. You understand what I'm saying? He's treacherous, and he does not announce the day that he makes war. He always does things in a conspiratorial view because he understands the day he announced that we are in martial law and all that type of shit, that these devices will come on in the body and get his ass off the planet earlier than when he's thinking on going anyway, although he's going soon anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So he understands, based on mind control, that he's always got to keep you in a perpetual state of thinking that he's coming to lock your ass down, which he never does. Because he's trying to extend time. You see? So he's not going to do anything to fuck up some shit and give him the early ass whipping. But if he can keep you thinking that, then he can, there you go again. Because you will be wanting this shit not to happen till you will pray for the year 2000 to come. And then the year 2000 comes, for the simple damn fact it's up to you whether we get out of this shit in the first place. It's all a part of the mind control. See what I'm saying? And so that's the key. The next thing he can come up with as a conspiratorial thing of saying you need to do this, we got the gun shows and we got all this kind of shit, you'll spend all this damn money, and yet it'll be business as usual. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He is not going to doggone try to end this civilization when he's working around the clock to keep the motherfucker going. Get where I'm coming from here? Which is the basis of this particular thing that's going down with the whole Clinton thing, which we'll get into in a few minutes. But I want to document a couple of things right now. One thing is this, is that this is the new thing all around the country, is they're going to end parole. They're going to end parole all over the country. Now, I had the honor to be with a brother that works in the prison systems in Newark. No, excuse me, in New Jersey, but that's in Trenton. In Trenton. And he said that basically we know that the prisons are all privatized now. Now the key is on this.
Big business.
It's big business. Now, I went ahead and did some other research and some psychic research to put this thing all together, which we need to document on the tapes too. Number one, the first thing is, and to show you what happened, they had this election in November. Well. Now that's not even a criminal. That's not even the average white housewife will say some bullshit like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think I got. You might say I think you might get. I think I was riding without my seatbelt. But I think I got a gun up in the car. They ain't searched to come and find all this people shit. Now the key is, obviously the nigga who did the stuff was not the nigga who did the professional hit. But whoever they planted it on, this clone. You see what I'm saying? The key is, it's 3 days for election. They caught this damn black man, and white people going, wait a minute, fuck this shit. These niggas are getting out of hand. But see now, so when they go into the voting booth on Tuesday, and they vote for where they're going to cut out, to re-elect this man and say, I will end parole, they saying that's the solution. So they do a crime, or they set the situation up, and it's always an extreme situation to give you an extreme reaction. So as a result, you see what I'm saying, the masses of the white people and all the stupid Negroes go and vote for this shit, don't even know that the crackers, hell, that means parole for everybody ass. And so now, basically in so many words, because they re-elected the man, now they're going to end parole in Georgia. Now, the key is this. In the most of the 90s and the late 80s, they were saying that all of the doggone jobs was going to Mexico. But yet, if all the factory jobs that closed down, and majority, there's no industry in America left, because all of it's supposed to go into Mexico. Well, why is it, if all the damn factories is in Mexico, why all the goddamn Mexicans running across the border with no shoes on to come get a job in a damn factory that's in fucking Mexico? If all the damn companies in Mexico, why they get thousands of these motherfuckers, 37,000 in a damn trunk overnight going across the border? See what I'm saying? 3 million in a fucking damn suitcase.
Trying to get here.
Trying to get here.
Get a job.
To get a damn job that's in the place that they left.
Yeah, supposed to be.
The mystery is, only thing they got to do is make up an excuse because they know you ain't going to challenge shit. Plus, the mentality is wherever Ted Koppel, Peter Jennings, Tom Brokaw, or whatever them say, is Dan Rather, is gospel. It's reality. And it's not reality until you prove it, until they decide to come on and tell you it's not reality.
Right.
As long as they say it's reality, it's reality.
Sure.
That's mind control in America.
Sure.
You got a whole bunch of people in
You see,
there.
and that's the mentality, the reason why, even with the conscious shit right now, the reason why we couldn't even break through our own people, because our people saying, and I've literally heard people say, why haven't I heard that on the news?
Sure.
I said, they're killing motherfuckers in the project, they're taking people out of the project. Well, why haven't I heard that on the news? What kind of shit is this?
Or in the daily news.
But they literally think that the news is God.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why there's more news programs in the 90s, you see what I'm saying, than it ever was. You know, in the 70s you had a 6 o'clock news, then you had your 6:30, your 6:30 national news, and you had 11 o'clock news, and that was it. Now you got news in the morning, news at 12,
Every hour on hour.
every hour on hour, news breaks.
2 o'clock in the morning.
You see what I'm saying? You got it 24 hours around with C-SPAN and CNN. Then not only that, then you got news programs. You got 2020.
Yeah.
Hell, 60 Minutes had to start coming on twice.
Right.
You got Dateline. You got 48 hours.
MSNBC.
Like prime time.
Prime time, then you got this shit at 3 o'clock at night, they got another shit come on. So basically, it's all a form of mind control.
Right.
To keep you thinking a certain way, because that is God. So, they come in and they say, look, we go in parole. Now the key is this. About 10,000 damn companies that closed down, supposed to went to Japan and all that stuff. The key is, they open up one big ghost company. So let's say I'm the Jensen Corporation, and I make handbags, or I make guitar strings or whatever. All that shit make money. We laugh at it, but motherfucker making toilet seats, getting paid. You cleaning toilet, motherfucker making toilet seats. You see, I'll make a better place to shit or a better mouse trap. We couldn't get that concept together. But anyway, they say, look, my toilet seat company, I'm paying motherfuckers $10 an hour. Now, for order for me to survive, I got to go underground. So what they do is they make like they close down, they relinquish their name on top of the ground, and they go into prisons under one company. So you got Unico is this prison company. And Unico is nothing but a ghost company with 10,000 other companies up under it that used to be on top of the ground that has not gotten rid of their name and going up under the prison. Meanwhile, they got to end parole for this reason. The industry is in prison. Number two, if I train a nigga to work in my doggone corporation, you understand what I'm saying? And he got a damn 5 years, and I can't have him getting out in a year. He gonna do all 5 years for my company at $75 a damn week.
Check.
No, excuse me, $75 a year.
Check.
Oh, no, excuse me, 75 cents a fucking damn month. Or however that shit is.
They making them pay room and board now.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you take them.
And you gotta pay to go to the doctor in some of these places.
That's right.
But let's say 75 cents a day. So you used to make $10, now you making 75 cents a day. Probably working for the same damn corporation that you used to work before you went to prison. You said, I remember doing this shit outside. I can do this. You didn't know, man, it's the same boss man. You might fuck up one day and meet him up in there. The key is that they have this stuff up under the ground, or what you call underground. And so if I got a person for 25 years, just think about it. I got a man for 25 years and there's no parole. I got 25 years of a slave's ass for 75 cents a damn day. You see what I'm saying? And this is free labor, and this is slavery all over again. You see. Then they got Eddie Murphy in them.
Yeah, PJ.
Not the PJ. He got a new movie, him and Martin Lawrence. Got a movie coming out on life. These motherfuckers get life in prison. And they say that this is hard labor. It's supposed to be 1930s chain gang. And it was hard labor and life was tough in this prison in Georgia chain gang in 1930s until Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence come and they somewhat make life easier. Telling jokes and acting like a fool in prison. And they got these motherfuckers up in there. They come in, they get life when they're like 20. And then they show them they're still up in the motherfucker at like 90. With old and shit. Been in there about 90-something years.
Still making jokes.
Still making jokes and stuff. And they're making prison life for all the people that have died under prison. They're making the shit funny. We ain't even talking about the PJ shit. This new thing and all. But then again, they can give that to people because they understand now it's all a form of mind control. The only reason why they put it on is because they're still trying to test whether a person is a zombie or not. And because they got such a divorce from the so-called upward mobile people than the downtrodden, because the downtrodden is basically gone. So the upward mobile people are what is an upward mobile is any motherfucker got a job. Whatever the deal is. If you got 2 McDonald's jobs, you still upward mobile. So the person that's basically poor is actually an extinct race that doesn't exist anymore, so we can make all the jokes we want about their ass.
That's right.
Well, March 3rd, they're going to end it in Pennsylvania.
What?
Welfare.
Welfare. Now, that's the key. First of all, they've ended it in Pennsylvania because they ain't got no motherfuckers living to be on welfare. You understand that? You see, they can end the shit because they done got rid of all the people. So when they do end it, they ain't got pandemonium because ain't nobody left on the shit no way.
That's right.
Because they done killed every damn body. Now, going back to this particular thing, we got prison and we got slavery all over again. And basically, no one knows what the hell is going on. You see what I'm saying? All a part of the actual mind control. Now, this particular list I gave you with the serotonin and melatonin is telling you one thing. First of all, as if anybody got the actual Nexus magazines for the last 3 months, and they had the white powder gold and the white powder gold of ancient summer in Egypt. When you get that particular article, they will tell you in the first article, and if you don't have the Nexus magazine, it's still on the internet, so just ask somebody to download it for you and give you the articles. In there, they tell you that the pineal gland is as big as a kernel of corn, or a grain of corn. So therefore, if that particular thing that is as big as a grain of corn is responsible, as you see on this list, for all that many glands in the body, can you give me the list? For all that many, I got one. For all that many glands in the body, then that means that it doesn't take much to damage this thing. So what's happening is this, and you're not really in trouble. First of all, this is why the hair companies in the late 1980s, 1970s say that we got to perfect the perm. They can, melanin and these particular, you can't destroy these particular glands because they're self-regenerative glands. They can regenerate themselves in a matter of days. It's about like your penis, you know what I'm saying? you know, or your vagina, you know, you get down real hard one time, you might be sore. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. But by the day, that motherfucker is like super thing. It's all good again. And you just wish your hand could do the same damn thing, and you got to cut on that motherfucker or one of them little cat paws on your end of your thing that hurt like shit. And you holding your thumb like this, but you go down there to the genital area and shit, that shit might have a night of damage and shit, but about a day after that motherfucker, it's all good again. That's because it's the type of tissue is the same type of tissue that's on the inside of the body. Especially when it comes to black people with the melanin. So the pineal gland can regenerate itself because it is the penis of the brain. You see what I'm saying? The penis of the brain. So, the key here is the perm thing makes this thing dormant. That's why you got to get the perms out your head, because you must understand. If the pineal gland and the pituitary gland is responsible for this motherfucking many glands in the body, as you see, and basically that's our whole reproductive system and everything else. The general spiritual system as well as the glandular system, that means that they can shut down the stuff, whereas it becomes dormant. Now, this is the key. It's not a permanent thing what happens with the perms, it's a simple fact. For the mere fact that you can have a perm in your head and then about a week or two later you can see some nappy shit, means it has regenerated itself that fast. And that lets you know it's the strongest shit in the world. Something you can fry, and then boom, it's busting back through the scalp. There you go again, the same old steel wool. So the key is it's not a matter of I'm damaged, it's a matter of don't keep it dormant